2, 1, roll it.
Spike, right now we're talking to Kansas City audiences, and so I hope you'll forgive me for wondering someday if we'll see you with a Monarchs hat on. You like baseball caps anyway. The Negro Leagues Baseball Museum will soon be a reality in Kansas City, and I'm asking you about this because, be it black baseball or other issues involving the black community, do you think that the young people in neighborhoods, say like Kansas City, are they not getting this aspect of black history, be it Malcolm X, be it Negro Leagues?
They're not getting it at all. The other day I went to the awards ceremony dinner that Rawlings gives for the Golden Gloves, and Willie Mays was there, and Bill White, Ernie Banks, Kurt Flood, and I was talking with a lot of the old players, and these young guys, they don't even know who Jackie Robinson was. This past year, Vince Coleman of the Mets was asked, who Jackie Robinson was. He didn't know. So they don't know who Jackie Robinson is. They definitely don't know who, Buck Johnson and Cool Papa Bell and all these other guys are,
right.
And Josh Gibson. So they don't know who Malcolm X is. I don't think it's something we could really put the blame on the educational system. It is the job of the parents. It is the job of African American parents to pass this history down.
Well, on behalf of the community, when the museum is a reality, we want to have you come out and be there for the inauguration ceremonies and then make a movie about it. It's probably going to be within a year it'll be completed.
Good.
Now to Malcolm X, on the lighter side first, the zoot suits. Have you kind of always wanted to slip into one of those?
Yeah, and I took it out of the closet and wore it at Halloween this past October.
You mean it's a Halloween costume now?
It was for me.
What's the connotation of the zoot suit, though, in the perspective of black history now? Well, what did it mean in the 40s?
You were hip. Yeah. You were down, and Malcolm, a big part of the early part of the book, Malcolm talks about that first zoot suit he had. So we made a note of that, and we wanted to showcase it during the flying home sequence. We had a big jitterbug scene.
Now, you make a point, however, in the movie that the zoot suit is one of the things that will be discarded by Malcolm. It's almost as if you see a creature shedding his skin throughout the picture. Is that a fair comparison?
Butterfly, metamorphosis.
Exactly.
Evolvement.
And now, this is my heavy question. In view of that, when you make X, do you think you yourself are encountering an evolutionary process just as you track Malcolm's evolutionary process?
Yeah, I think the key members who worked on this film, Denzel, myself, Ernest Dickerson, the great DP, director of photography, Angela Bassett, we all were making that same, journey also. It was a struggle, but we're glad that the day is finally here. Mm-hmm. We're fast approaching November 18th when people could see the movie.
Now, it was a real momentous event in the history of American cinema, I think, when that trash can goes through the window in Do the Right Thing. And then you end it with quotes from both Malcolm and Martin Luther King Jr. Mm-hmm. Here, the ending, without going into it too specifically, seems to show me a Spike Lee with maybe some different things on his mind.
Different things how?
In the sense that I saw a sense of reconciliation, just as Malcolm apparently was arriving at a more sense of getting together rather than a more of a divided kind of energy.
Well,
it's hard to put in words, I guess, but the images are powerful.
But I don't think that I really changed in that thing. If that was the case, I've not put the Rodney King footage at the beginning of the film. So, I don't think that we've evolved that much from the state of race relations to '89 when we did Do the Right Thing till late '92 with Malcolm X.
But the latter stages of Malcolm's evolution, I guess, that's an important part of the story. There's certainly no way you're going to leave that out.
We're not going to soft pedal that, but I think there's been a misinterpretation of that. People think that because when Malcolm came back from Mecca, he said that he turned into Martin Luther King. He did not say that. He still felt the same about self-defense. But he said, I'm no longer condemn entire race. He said, I will no longer call every single white person a blue-eyed, grafted devil. I can't do that. I've done many people great injustice who do not deserve that.
Now, you're in a business where being misquoted, misrepresented is the name of the game on a daily basis sometimes. So as you look at to the Kansas City audiences out there and the school kids and the teachers, and I'm one, what is your message when this movie opens? What is your definitive message about getting out to see this picture? Do you want them to do it on a school day?
First of all, I never told young black America to just play hooky and drop out of school and forget about your education and just see this film. You know, I hope people do go see the film. I hope this film prompts people to read the book, to read the autobiography of Malcolm X, if they have not already read it, and just try to, if they can, apply that same fervor that Malcolm had for education to their own lives.
In short, would you like the evolutionary process to be ours as viewers as well? We evolve from seeing this picture.
Yes, I think that all of us could become better people if we have a more thorough knowledge of Malcolm X, because when you look at Malcolm X, his life, you're looking at American history, and you're also looking at the African-American experience in this country.
Spike, thanks. Spike Lee.
Thank you.
The picture is X. I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5, and we are both in New York City. Thanks a lot.
All right.